Hi, and welcome back to Keeping Up with the Lions, podcast 3.
Today we've got nothing better to do, so we're going to look at England shirts over the last 30 years.
Go.
Yeah.
Go on then.
So, Italia 90, probably until 2018, the best England had done since we won the World Cup. So, these shirts are nice, I think, anyway.
They're more
like
retro
that
vibes.
Yeah. You see a lot of people wearing the home and the away being
Yeah.
the red one, and then I see a lot of people wearing the blue.
I've seen a lot of people wearing the blue. I think it's nice for like holidays and stuff as well.
Exactly, yeah.
I haven't seen anyone in them ever.
Have you not?
Really? I don't see as many people in the red.
No.
I think I see more people in the blue and the white. But I like the white because I like the ombre around the arms.
Yeah. I like the design.
Nice.
It's all got the same design. It's just different colours. Like
Yeah.
a couple of other teams, like Northern Ireland, had the same sort of thing at the same time.
I like the blue as well because it's not just a block colour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We usually have just the white or just the blue, but I like how it's a bit different.
Reminds you of players like Gaza.
Yeah.
You got Lineker, Plant, people like that. Like players that were decent. We obviously did well, lost.
Yeah. It's one of them shirts you remember as well, because it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And you can see the players in it, whereas some of them you flick through and you go,
Just
really
typical Brits abroad.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all you
Who
see.
doesn't wear England shirts when they're away?
Literally. It's the only time I wear mine unless
it's so Brexit,
literally. Unless we're like playing in the Euros or the World Cup, I only ever wear mine on holiday. But like I'll always take it.
I've got a Union Jack towel. Oh, it's so Brexit.
It's got to come
awful.
out. It's got to come out.
Put that on the deck chair thing.
Let everyone know.
Yeah, I think with them,
You've
they
got
brought out, was it World in Motion?
Like behind you.
Yeah.
I like this one anyway.
Yeah.
I definitely rate it. What would you rate it out of 10?
Oh. I'd give it a good 9.
Yeah,
I like it.
I was going to say the collection of 3, solid 8, 9.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let's move on. 91, 92.
I really like
that kind of, they kept the kind of blue one for a bit.
Yeah.
I like that second one. It's very different.
I'm very against it.
I don't like the second one as much.
I like it. I think it's not very England, but I do like it.
I quite like the Umbro, like within the shirt. You can kind of see it behind the lions. But I don't like the lions in it. I think it looks quite childish.
Yeah, I think Umbro, obviously they've been England sponsors. Well, they were England sponsors for quite a while. They've actually got nice kits. Like, yeah, definitely nice. I don't rate the second one as much as the first, like, alternate kit, but it's I'd say 7, 6, 7, 6. I'd go 6.
I'd go 5 personally. But
I'm rating that a solid 8. I like it.
It's gone really weird for me.
Yeah. Hello?
That's strange.
Hello.
Alright, what's next? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same again.
Same thing, yeah.
Same thing, yeah.
I think we had the home and the away shirt for a while.
Yeah.
But nice shirts.
Classic. They're just classic cards.
Like you say, you can remember the players wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my dad currently still has all of these, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll buy them off him. This is the first change.
Yeah.
Little change. Not as nice, I don't think.
Just standard.
Sleeve.
I don't like the long sleeve.
Oh, no. To be honest, in a football shirt, I prefer like long sleeve. I think if you're playing long sleeve, roll your sleeves up.
Yeah, but Tom, you're not playing.
What's the point?
I like that. That's what I like in a football shirt. But
do you know? Because it just as soon as I see a long shirt, all I can think of is Gerard when he was dead skinny and the shirt's like down here when he's running, and it's just not the one.
I think long sleeves should be kept for goalkeepers.
Yeah, me too.
Long sleeve.
Yeah.
And if you're cold, put an underlayer on.
Yeah.
Nah, actually, then you're too hot. Like this is what I'm saying. Like it's awful.
International footballers are okay, you know, because they're getting through it with.
Yeah, but then you've also got the fans. They're important, surely. And I'm just saying, as someone who plays football,
like versions of tops though, like a City shirt, you can get a short sleeve and a long sleeve.
So. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that like we like the long sleeve one as well.
No, on the white one, I quite like below the collar, a little bit of detail.
Yeah.
So it's not just standard, but I think compared to their other ones, it's very standard.
Yeah, I wouldn't rate this one as highly as the ones before.
Go for a 6, maybe a 7. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, 5, 6. I don't like the badge. Something about it.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it's the 3 lines and the roses are too small.
Yeah.
To fill the badge.
Yeah, I get that. I just feel like the outline's a bit weird as well. I don't know why. Right, moving on. They're a bit blurry, but you get the idea.
This is another like vintage for England, I think.
The badge in the middle of the shirt.
Yeah.
Not a fan of
Euro.
Not a fan of
Euro '96 we did well as well. So
yeah.
semi-final again. Obviously the away shirt maybe a little bit upsetting thinking about that penalty shootout. Obviously we weren't alive for it, but we know what it's about. We know what happened with Gareth Southgate and all that. But the home shirt, definitely, another
it's basic, but it's like we said on the last one, it's too basic. But if you're gonna go basic, strip it all back and go really basic. But I like the badge in the middle. I don't like the away shirt. The stripes, they don't suit us. I just don't think the stripes suit us at all.
They designed this kit to suit jeans, didn't they? So it's more for the fans than the
more going out.
I don't like the grey. Grey is not England colour. Stripes not England.
It'd be good
more
for
of a silver
colour, but like you said with the fans and stuff, but it doesn't really scream England.
I think if you're thinking about it from a fan's perspective, they'll wear it regardless. You know what I mean? Obviously, if it's a nasty kit, they won't. But guaranteed, more people bought the home shirt, obviously, and they'll wear it whenever they want to. Whereas the second one, everyone probably thought, not bothered. I'm not spending what they're like £50.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. But I like the home kit, just not the away. So I'd probably say an 8 and a 5, maybe.
Yeah.
I'd go.
To be fair,
I'd go maybe a 6 for both.
Yeah. I think England should be playing white as the home shirt, and then red as the away. I think that's the way
I like
we should
the
go
red.
about it. Or red as the home shirt and white as the away, like
just
as we'll see in a bit.
Yeah, right. Let's move. I think we're all in agreement on this one.
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah, definitely love it.
It's nice.
Yeah,
both of them as well.
England badge down the middle.
I love it down the middle.
Yeah, I think this is what we'll come to it in the 2020 shirt.
Yeah,
that we're going to come to. I think that's what it's replicating.
Go more old school kind of vibes. I like the old school.
Yeah, the away kit sort of got you can see the St George's flag there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I do like it, especially the home shirt. I like the away one because it's different, but I like that for away. But for me, I like your classic England shirts, your white ones, but I like it's got a bit of red down the middle. Quite like the polo bit of it.
Yeah,
I
think that home shirts should follow a certain formula. Then away shirts, you can be a bit more like experimental.
Totally agree. Right, moving on. Wait, what's everyone waiting at?
Oh,
I like this. Maybe
9,
8,
Yeah.
9.
I'd go 8, 9.
9 for the lot, I think. Zenya?
9. I did say that.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Right.
Same one again.
Yeah.
They're all so similar.
Yeah.
They're all
Let's move.
Yeah.
So now we're going out of that a little bit and going more basic.
Yeah, they like t-shirts, kind of.
Yeah.
No collars and things.
It's very. I just think it's very basic, but then I do kind of like that because I still remember the very basic kits. I think, like you said, away kits, they stand out to you, but I think they should be more classic. The home shirts, very simple, plain white, badge. What more do you need, really?
Yeah, I think this one.
I like the plain ones and I like the basic ones, but at the same time, you want something a little bit out of there because you want, you don't want just plain and basic. You want to remember it. Like, you can see from the figures, the ones like the blue one that's a little bit out there, that's a little bit more better. There are a lot more sales on them, and people prefer to wear the ones that aren't just a plain white polo, like, because away sales are much higher than home sales if you actually look at it, because people want things that aren't just the plain and simple ones.
I just think it's hard to get a balance sometimes because they don't want to release something quite out there and everyone go hate it. I think they probably every couple of years will put a bit of an out there one and then go back to basics for a couple of years. Just to kind of get it back to
if it's too basic, people aren't going to buy it, but I think it's
because
every couple of years.
I don't know many people that would like collect the shirts from each time. A lot of people do it for their club, so they'll get a shirt a season. But England shirts, a lot of people, once they've got one they like, why get a plain basic one? They're not going to get a different one until it's a little bit different on one you remember.
Definitely right.
So what's everyone rating it?
I think these both get a 5.
Yeah, 5.
5.
Yeah.
Nothing really wrong with them, but
no, just a bit basic.
Basic. Right. Back to long shirts.
It just reminds me of Beckham.
Straight away.
Kick.
Straight
I saw
away.
it earlier.
Straight away.
I don't like them. I think the long sleeves, it just don't look right for a football top.
I don't think it does. But
I do
like you
it,
say, you remember a player straight away.
Yeah,
they are more iconic.
Straight away, so I think.
Yeah, I like the red stripe. It just gives it something different.
Yeah, it gives it something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like this one. I wouldn't rate it too highly though.
Yeah, no. 7 maybe.
Yeah, 6 or 7. Yeah, definitely.
6 or 7.
I'd definitely wear it. Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. See, for me, definitely not. You'd never catch me in it, even though I quite like it. It's just the long sleeves, but it's not like they're like. I don't mean fitted like an underlayer would be, but they're so baggy it is unreal. You know when they're running, it's like half the shirt's been left behind.
You know you can get them in short sleeves as well, yeah.
Yeah.
So like
they actually make a long sleeve because that's the shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
I just think you remember the players in the longer sleeve ones.
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily, if this version but a short sleeve came up on the PowerPoint, it wouldn't be as iconic as the long sleeve.
Yeah, exactly. Bex with the armband on. That is what you remember. And there's one in a couple of years' time that we'll come to in a minute.
Yeah.
But I think it just has to be in long sleeve. It's just so much nicer.
Yeah, I get that. See, I think these look nicer in long sleeve, but personally, as a fan, I wouldn't buy them.
Yeah, especially if like in summer.
Yeah.
Like
it's just not ideal.
It's warm, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's move on.
That kind of for me, really. I think long sleeved again, don't really like it. I don't know why one's long sleeved and one's short sleeved. That don't make sense.
No, like I had the red shirt in short sleeve. That was my first ever football top, I think, and it was I had Beckham on the back with number 7, and like that was like obviously from me personally, memories are coming back.
Yeah, we're getting into our kind of territory now, aren't we? The ones that we actually remember seeing. Yeah. Whereas previous, we've just seen videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But this home shirt has to be one of my favourites.
Yeah.
I love.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love the shoulders and it kind of coming down the neck. I just think it's just one of my favourites. It always has been. I just think it's that little bit different. Again, badge down the middle. I think it makes all the difference.
Yeah, I do prefer the badge down the middle, to be fair.
Especially when you go in polo.
Yeah. Just something in the middle connects it.
I like this one because I like the red bit. I like how it's a little bit different than to our usual ones because it's still the plain and simple, but it's a little bit different. It's not the exact same as what we've always had. It's not the same as what we've had since. It's a little bit the same because obviously it's going to be the same because ours is white, red.
It's hard to change, isn't it, really?
But it's a little bit, and it's very iconic. It's very England. It's very, it just reminds me of how we played. Very like just simple.
Yeah,
it's literally the one like iconic. Like I just see it, don't you, everywhere?
Well, this was the period that England probably had the best team.
And everyone expected big things. Yeah,
we this was our golden generation. We should have won something in this period.
I don't know how. Looking back at the players we had, and then looking at the players we've got now, there's no comparison. None. There's not many players. If they were all the same age today, there's not many of the players we've got now I'd have in that team.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
How they never won anything, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's maybe another podcast.
It was just they didn't really click, but I suppose
it was too clicky, and I think management wasn't the best. And
the two club football.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of United, Liverpool, Chelsea, they're all like in their cliques.
Yeah.
So everyone says they all try and deny it now, but
you can tell if they'd have clicked, they'd have done something.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't happen.
Well, we had the three of the best midfielders this country's ever had, all together. You know what I mean? 3 world-class players, and
if you picked an England all-time team, they'd probably be in it, even though they didn't win anything.
Yeah, definitely. There'd be a lot of that
disappointing.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh well, we go again. We've been
disappointed before, what we rating it?
I'd say about a 9. For me, that's a 9.
Yeah.
Not the away shirts. I'm not a fan of the long sleeve. If it was short, if it was meant to be short sleeve, then I'd say a 9 for that one. But because it isn't. Yeah. Okay, what's your rating on this one then?
This one for me, especially the home shirt, is a solid 9, maybe even 10. I think it's probably my favourite home shirt.
For me, I'm gonna say like 7, 8. I like it, but it's not my favourite. I know which one I'm gonna pick as my favourite in a minute.
Zen, you want yours?
Probably rate them differently because I don't think they don't match. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I get that.
Why they're so different, because one has a badge in the middle, and like they just don't look like the same kit. So I give the left one like a 9. I like that one, but probably a 6 for the other one. It's just I don't really like it. It looks like
that makes sense. Yeah. Right, moving on.
I like the home.
Yeah, the home. I like the kind of the cross on the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's starting to look a bit more like, the one that's just gone. Like the shape, like that.
Yeah. I think quite, not my favourite, quite boring.
Not iconic, is it? Like, it doesn't really scream out to me that I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I quite like that they've tried to do something different with the home shirt. There's been a bit of effort there, but the away one, plain.
Yeah,
I think,
literally.
Yeah, not great at all. Obviously, they've got an interpretation of the England flag on the corner there, the sleeve. But not the best for me. I think if we're rating them fairly, I think it's probably about a 3 for the 2.
I'd probably go more 5. I think I quite like the different in the home shirt, but again, nothing more than it's all right.
Yeah.
Because I think fans would wear them because it's quite like the home shirt's really nice. Like I'd wear that, but as like a football shirt and thinking out the box, it's just not very clever.
Yeah.
I think the way you can rate it is, would people still be wearing it in 10 years' time? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other one, like more iconic ones than that.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like it's one that a lot of people would buy if they just wanted like a basic England shirt that kind of can be worn whenever, because that'll never really go out of fashion because it's quite plain. But other than that, right, moving on. It's a bit blurry again, but you see the picture.
I to be honest, I quite like the away shirt on this one.
Yeah.
I just think of like John Terry.
Yeah. Again, it's the badge down the middle that makes the difference.
But both are like, I think I had the away shirt at some point.
I think I've had the home at some point.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is where the home shirt for me is again really boring.
Yeah.
So sometimes being plain's quite good, but sometimes it's just not the one. You know what I mean?
There's something else that they can do with it, and they just don't think about it. Like, there's just something that they could do, like the old ones when they put like the little triangles on that are still white, but like a little bit holographic, so it makes it a little bit different. There's things that you can do that are still so simple, but keep it the exact same, but give it that little bit extra. Like, they could still do the exact same style as it is with like the red, because that's quite nice, but make it something.
Yeah.
Even with the badge in the middle. Like, I
don't love the badge in the middle.
I don't like how one's here and one's here.
I don't know. I like them to match.
You need to match.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even mind it if it was two badges on the left side if they're both there.
Yeah.
I don't like it how it's one. Yeah, I agree with that.
It looks like they're from completely different, like.
Yeah.
I do like what they've done with the home one though, like when they put the cross like inside on the back. Like, it's kind of but obviously you're not going to see it, but
little details.
Yeah.
But
I definitely prefer the away one on this one.
I prefer
it. Definitely. What would you rate out of 10?
6, maybe. The away one 7.
I'm gonna go 5, and that's just because I like the away shirt the most.
7.
Yeah.
5 or 6, probably.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, go on, Tom. Go on.
This is my favourite shirt, I think.
No, not for me.
I love this one.
Not for me.
I
remember it.
Yeah.
But I also think when we're talking about matching, the colour should match. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But I think having a polo on one and like a collar and then not having anything on the other.
Yeah, I think the home shirt, right, I remember it was 2010 World Cup. We didn't do that well. We lost to Germany. Obviously, Frank Lampard. This is what I'm thinking about with the away shirt, Frank Lampard, and that goal that broke my heart when I was a little 10-year-old. We would have won that game if that had counted. But I think just as a design, going into that South Africa World Cup, that plain white shirt, collar, it looked really smart.
I still have that shirt.
Oh, it's so nice.
Absolutely love it.
I like the number.
Way too big, and it still fits me now.
Yeah.
Clearly not grown that much, but I love this one. Yeah. I like how the number is here, and I just think it's very. I don't know what it is. I think it might be the collar. I think it just looks very smart. I
think it looks smart, and I like the number because we don't have sponsors like a club shirt would have.
Yeah.
Having a plain white shirt, you need something here
to fill the space.
It gives it something, and I like because I just feel like in that time they kind of suited their numbers, if that makes sense. Yeah. Whereas now I think it's less about what numbers on your shirt. But back like 10 years ago, your number on your shirt was massive, and that's quite iconic for me.
Well, Rooney with 10, that's what comes to mind, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one bothers really these days about like, oh, Harry Kane has a 10. Like, we know.
That's what I mean. Yeah. It's not iconic. But definitely. But I just think the away ones, they're boring.
Yeah, the third shirt for this.
Like this and making them because that looks like a training kit and that looks like the actual kit. Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
No. I think I'm gonna have to rate these two separately because that home one is a 10 for me. That is my favorite shirt. That home one is a 10, but that away one, I'd probably there's nothing wrong with it. I'd probably say about a 7 for the away one.
Yeah, I'd probably go 6 away and then a solid 9 home.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a 6 away, 10 for the home. That top is absolutely beautiful. Love it.
Oh dear.
Right, next one.
Let's move on.
I
remember the away more than the home.
Yeah.
I remember the away one.
I think, was it the one shirt that had the little it had the crosses in different colours around the sort of shoulders? I remember that. I like that. I think it was the one to the left as we look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing great here. You know what I mean?
I like the dark one that it's got the kind of pale blue around the collar. It gives it something different, but overall, not for me.
I think the thing is they've found out that there was a bit of success with the last shirt with the like minimalistic, and then they've done it again, but it just didn't pay off. In my opinion.
That's why I think if you're gonna go basic 1 year, the year after you need to change
you've got to throw everything at it.
Because if you've got basic, people like their basic shirts, but they don't then want to spend another 50 quid on the same shirt the next year.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same one.
Yeah, literally.
We've still got a colour and things, but I wouldn't buy both of them. I'd buy the
definitely. What are we rating them?
I'm going to go with a 4.
I'm going to go 5.
5, yeah. Not really much to them, is it?
No.
Right. Very basic again.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I just think they're too basic. They're too plain. They're not an international shirt. They're not, well, they are obviously, but they're not. You want something. You want them nice. You want them iconic. You want them better than your plain average shirts that you get every year at the club. Because Nike this year, I remember Nike just did all the shirts the exact same. Like I think the Preston North End one that I had was the exact same.
Yeah, I think Nike kind of took it away from. They took it very basic. But they kind of like modernized it a little bit, I think, with like the collar. Whereas we've kind of got rid of the old school and this is very like sleek, but I don't rate it.
I think they look like club shirts, to be honest, because literally Nike sponsors have this exact like same shirt.
Little template kits. Yeah. Like if your club was to like wear a template kit, everyone would start taking the mick out of you. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can buy it in the club shop. And you can also buy it at JD Sport.
The City one was exactly the same as this.
Yeah. I think when you're looking at kits, you want a classic kit. So say for the last World Cup, everyone was going for the Nigeria kit and the Colombia kit. You know what I mean? 100%. And then the England training shirt.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like something out there that people want, not just a plain like these are just boring. You know what I mean?
Very.
Yeah, they just
very standard
shirts. Like they've just stuck a logo on it, and that's it. Really. Not really much thought gone into it, I don't think.
It's one of them that if you wanted a plain England shirt, just to have one. So if you hadn't got one while the next Euros were coming round and you were to go and grab one, very plain, very simple, but you wouldn't remember what year it was from. You wouldn't remember a particular player.
I just can't rate him a club shirt.
2.
Yeah. 3.
Yeah.
Right, next ones. See, for me, I've got the home one, and for me, it's one of the nicest ones we've ever had if we're talking modern, because they've kind of taken it away from the old school, which I like, but I love the really thin, like they're like almost pinstripes down the sleeves, and I love this one. To say it's modern as well.
Yeah, it's just, I think there's more like, you can remember more from this than the last one.
100%.
I remember so many players for that first shirt.
Yeah.
Just like them in that shirt. It's
more
more like I think, in the last one, but like
I think they all match as well quite nicely. They've all got the same design.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just something about it. I understand that they've got to make more modern shirts and they've got to be more sleek, and it's all about now being more not slipstream,
aerodynamic and all that.
aerodynamic but I like that they've done something a bit different. It is plain and it's simple, but it's England, and I like they've incorporated all the colours. This is one of my favourites, especially for modern times.
Yeah. Literally, the first shirt is like Raheem Sterling when he first
Yeah.
I just see him in that.
Yeah.
I think with this one, to be honest, not really for me. But I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I like it, but it's just not the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's probably one of my favourites as well because I wore it to the last World Cup, and that was kind of my shirt of the World Cup.
Yeah.
So for me, it's got so many memories. I see it with bleeding purple stains on it from Dartford. That's how I see it. But no, for me, I just think it's also fashionable than some of the other ones. Like, I'd always turn to this shirt.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. The first one especially, like.
Yeah, I totally agree. What we're rating it?
I'm gonna go with a 5.
9.
I'd go 9.
I'd give it an 8.
Tom, you're way down the bottom.
Yeah. No, I like it, but it's just not my favourite.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But right, moving on.
My favourite. I love this one.
Like, really?
I just like the what they've done with the away explain it, like the lines that they've put on. It looks
like the cross. I like it.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
Yeah, that's also positive for it.
It's like I don't know what year it was. I can't remember, but the one where they had the flags on it. It kind of reminds me of that. Like they've done an adaptation of that, but more modern.
Yeah.
I think they've actually, thought about the design for this one.
Yeah,
I like it, but there's something about it that I'm not like. If you had all of them lined up from all the ones we've looked at, I would never pick that one.
I'd pick it over the last year's one, but for me, obviously we played in the World Cup in this shirt, and it still hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still got a little. That white shirt particularly still got a little sting to it from that Croatia game.
I don't really like the home shirt. Like I like the away shirt. It looks
definitely, yeah.
It's too painful to look at that home shirt.
Yeah, it just hurts. It's just a tad.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt to be honest. I did see it quite a lot.
PTSD from the home shirt.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I do like it. There's others that I definitely pick over it.
Yeah.
I think I just like the modern look to them, really.
Yeah.
I like the retro look, but I don't know. I just really like the away shirt.
Yeah, I like the away shirt.
Yeah. Obviously we've got to have a special mention to the training shirt, which was so nice. Sold out so fast, like you couldn't get it anywhere. So I think that's if they should there was a petition out. I definitely signed it. It was like make the training shirt the home shirt. And then we'd at least had something nice to wear. Obviously, this for me rates about a 7 for the two kids.
Include a picture of it to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe 7.
I'm going 6, 7, kind of.
Yeah,
standard.
I'd say like an 8 for the away one, but the home one probably a 6, based on a few reasons.
Right.
I'm a fan of the away. I like the away. I like the detail on it. I like 'cause it's subtle, but it's also nice at the same time. And I don't know what it is. I like how it's different. I like it's got the retro side to it, which is the detail on it.
Yeah.
But it's also modern at the same time.
I like that.
And I like how it's like 2 different shades of like a red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like that. You can just tell it's Nike straight away. Like with the ones, they were kind of like different shapes and different colours, but literally Nike just followed the same shape. every shirt.
For me, the home shirt, I'd much prefer it with a collar.
Yeah.
I just think the away one, no. I know we spoke about matching and stuff, but if we were to take them from different seasons and to look at them each individually, the away one definitely really like it. Just the home one, I think it needs a collar. I really like the red. It just gives it something else, and the red tick as well to brighten up the white. But I'd love it with a collar, I think, and maybe even like a red round the bottom of the collar as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I've not got any like particularly happy memories of this shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think if we had something though, I think this would be I think the away shirt definitely would be a shirt that would be remembered in about like 10, 20 years time. Like I think we'd remember iconic players in it.
Yeah.
But obviously with everything that's happened, like we're not getting like we're not going to be remembering this shirt.
Yeah.
But I think the away shirt 100% would have been a shirt that would have been remembered.
Yeah. I think it has been wasted, really.
That design has 100% been wasted, but I think they're going to do something like that again because it is a design that I think people would like.
Yeah.
So what are we rating them?
I'm going to rate this probably a 7.
Yeah.
I think it's fair, but it's not the nicest one.
I get that.
Really
I'd probably get the same.
Really, so
yeah.
Yeah. I'll say
yeah.
Right, on to the next one.
Right, some of the rumoured ones.
I absolutely love the second one.
I love both of them.
Yeah, literally.
I think I'd buy both of them.
Yeah.
England, definitely.
I've seen a lot of England, the white version of the first shirt.
Yeah.
As well. I think that is a nice shirt.
Again, we're bringing back the numbers. We're bringing back the badge in the middle. I just think because it's playing, I'm not saying this one's playing, because we're used to playing, we need to fill this, and that's what they've done.
Yeah.
I love down the sides. I love the collar as well, that they've incorporated the same stripes around the collar as down the sides.
Yeah. Definitely a fan of that one.
100%.
Well, the Nike as well, because it gets a bit boring just looking at the same Nike shirt over and over.
Oh, yeah.
100%. The second shirt is the sort of same Nike one we're used to, but because of the colourway and it's sort of like the black with the like bubble rainbow type thing.
Yeah.
Is that what it
yeah, I think so. It's sort of like reflective based on
like
the
holograph. It's like
yeah. I think you'd have to buy that one. It's rude not to.
I think
isn't it?
you couldn't not buy them both.
Yeah, like I
think the first one, I mean the second one is just something else that no one's seen, and I think they'd both be iconic. I think
definitely.
Also the first one would be iconic, but the second one you'd buy just because it looks so nice.
Yeah.
But from a football perspective, that first one is bringing back the retro with the 9. Well, obviously the number in the middle, it going down the middle, but also with the modern twist on it. We've got the stripes down the sides and around the collar.
Yeah,
I think I love it. And again, white, it'd go well again.
Yeah, I think it's outside the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
You'd 100% remember your players.
Yeah.
I feel like because it's the home shirt, it should be white, but it'll look good in both.
I think they are doing it in white. This was just one of the rumoured ones.
No, isn't it? To have a white home shirt and then...
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. What we're rating them?
10.
Yeah, I think I'd go 10.
I think they'd get a 10, to be honest.
They really thought about this one, I think.
Yeah. So, let's talk about them as a whole.
Yeah.
What shirt, if you could pick any one of them, stands out for you?
The rumoured black one, for me, the rumoured black one, and I think it might have been the 2010. The 2010 one
all white.
With the polo, the number. I think that one, for me, is probably my favourite.
Let's have a look.
And the black one.
This one.
Yeah, that one. 2009,
that one.
2010. For me, 100% my favourite.
Yeah.
I just think it has the old kind of school, but it's not too old school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to agree with you on that one. They're my two favourites.
Yeah. I feel like the new one will be like remembered because it looks like some of these. I do like the 2003 one though.
I'm putting that in the mix. I think that's my favourite. I'm not including the two rumoured ones because we haven't got memories of them. And I think that's really important. Even though I love the shirts and, well, they've not even come out yet, so I can't have that strong of an opinion. But I really do hope we use them for the Euros next year because obviously we haven't worn them yet. So it's not like the design's been and gone. Like the one we've just had that we were saying, it got wasted. We've kind of seen it, but we haven't actually seen these in person. So I think they can still release them. But if we're taking them out of the picture, I think for me, it's got to be these ones, the home shirt.
It's iconic. You can just see the players in them. Yeah. Like, you remember them. And you still remember them, like, years on. Like, they're not going to go away.
So if you were to buy a England shirt, doesn't matter which one it is, if you were just to buy any, who would you have on the back from past and present?
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Oh God, I know where we're going with this.
Yeah, I think I've realised.
I'm gonna go first. Someone else go first.
I'm trying to think. I'd 100 past Beckham all day long.
Yeah.
Literally did. I'm just thinking the same.
Yeah.
All day long. I was so obsessed with Beckham when I was younger. I even married a picture of him.
Oh my God.
I was so obsessed with Beckham when I was younger. So Beckham all day long would be on my past shirt. Yeah. Not sure about present. I don't have that one player. I love loads of players, but I don't have that one iconic player yet.
Yeah. For me, if we're going old, it'd be a toss-up. Beckham, obviously. I just think it's iconic. What was he, number 7? Yeah, I see him in that shirt that's on the screen now.
Actually.
But also for me, Gerrard, I think I see him, when I look at these kits, he's one of the first people I see in all of them. Yeah. Talking about that, someone's just in the Nigerian shirt that's just walked past that was on about.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, dear. But definitely, what was he, number 4? Yeah. So that definitely stands, both of them. Just, they're the players that I look at a shirt and I think both of them. And then, even if we're going even further back, like this one.
I'm Steven Gerrard, so I couldn't.
Yeah. That blue one, I think Lineker kind of vibes. But I think I'd have to go Beckham if I'm choosing one.
Yeah.
And then present, just because I think personally he's got the most passion. I'm not trying to say he's the best player we've got, but the one player in the England squad that stands out to me that have got passion like the older players, Henderson.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's got something about him.
I knew that was cool.
You put on Zenya.
Oh, right. So, past, maybe, it is a toss-up because obviously Beckham is, like, the most iconic.
Yeah.
But I also really like Paul Scholes.
Controversial.
Oh, no, he's the best we've had.
And, like, yeah, I think he's just really all-round good. And I watched him in the, that testimonial.
Yeah.
And he's still, like, such a good player. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely overrated, underrated.
Him or Beckham, because I feel like Beckham is just, you can't not.
Yeah.
It's just Beckham. Yeah. And today,
what you come in?
It's based on my favourite player, not based on like ability. It's gonna have John Stones.
Just a disclaimer.
Well, yeah, it was cool. But if it was like based on ability, don't know. I'd probably say either Sancho or Sterling. because obviously Sterling plays for City, and I just really like Sterling anyway. But like I think Sancho's just like an all-round really good player.
Yeah, I think as well for newer kits as well, one that would stand out is just being more iconic. He's not my favourite player, but I think he is an iconic England player, and that'd be Kane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't choose him personally, but recent times he has been the standout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the last season I would have like probably picked Sterling.
Yeah.
Because he played really well, but like his form's gone a bit down. Recently. Definitely. Like especially for City, like he hasn't scored since like November, I think it was, and like I don't know, but he's still a good player. I still don't.
Yeah, we were saying that we were like maybe he does need this break because you can tell he's definitely going.
He was just so easy to read. Everything he did, like he was in everyone's pocket. Everyone knew what he was doing, and he just every time he got the ball, he just lost it straight away. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
Don't know what it was.
We definitely need him refreshed for the next Euros. Yeah, definitely need him back to his best.
Big, like,
him on form would really help us.
Yeah, definitely. Tom, have you said yours?
Right, so I'd obviously go with the 2010 shirt with Crouch. You've got Rooney number 10. You've got Beckham 7. I'd probably go with Beckham or Gerrard or someone like that. Definitely love that shirt. Very iconic. And then for like the new shirt, I'd probably go sort of Sancho or Grealish. Obviously, I've got to
of course.
got to get my boy in there. But, or just someone that like wouldn't, if they go to the tournament, like it's a bit out there. You know what I mean? I remember one of my mates just like got a shirt. He's had like Milner on the shirt. It's not like your most iconic player.
Oh, I just love Milner.
Exactly. It's just like
James Milner.
A bit strange.
I love him, honestly.
James Milner.
We have to bring it back to Milner every time.
Exactly.
Get him in there.
Podcast.
Right.
I hate everyone.
Oh dear.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. We'll probably do another one next week. Thank you.
Got nothing better to do.
Yeah.